right, shifting our focus now, the American President Donald Trump has been hammering the fault lines within North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, US, that calls itself the guarantor of European security, is now threatening to compromise it. New age realities are challenging the Cold War era institutions, and the US president is testing his European allies using trade, security, and energy. Donald Trump has shown no sign of stepping back on his territorial ambition in the Western Hemisphere, be it Greenland, Venezuela, or Canada. Trump's corollary to the Monroe Doctrine is on full display. The US president shared a picture on his social media platform, Truth Social, today. The picture shows himself, the Secretary of State Marco Rubio, as well as Vice President Vance planting the American flag on Greenland. In another post, he shared an altered image of him sitting with European leaders with a map showing Greenland, Canada, and Venezuela in the colors of the US national flag. The Greenland issue has left the NATO divided. Self-governed Danish territory is in the eye of the storm. Denmark has deployed additional troops in Greenland. These troops will take part in the ongoing Arctic Endurance multinational military exercise. Nearly 200 troops from 12 European NATO countries are participating. Punishing this move, Trump has unleashed a trade bazooka on 7 European NATO countries, including France, UK, Germany, and Denmark. He's imposed 10% tariffs starting 1st of February. The rate would increase to 25% if the deal on Greenland is not reached before the 1st of June this year. Donald Trump has time and again refused to rule out military action to take over Greenland, and this action could upend NATO's foundation principle inscribed in Article 5. An armed attack against one NATO member shall be considered an attack against all of its members. But the Charter does not provide any answer on what happens if the aggressor is a fellow NATO member. Now, in the wake of this crisis, European countries are faced with strategic ambiguity. European Union Chief Ursula von der Leyen has said that the bloc is ready to work with the US on Arctic security. On the other hand, she's vowed unflinching, united and proportional response to American threats against Greenland.
And this is why we are working on a package to support Arctic security. First principle, full solidarity with Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark. The sovereignty and integrity of their territory is non-negotiable.
It's as well a shift towards a world without rules, where international law is trampled underfoot, and where the only law that seems to matter is that of the strongest, and imperial ambitions are resurfacing.
Interests of the United States are not just different from that of its other allies, but are also against them at times. 10 Downing Street in London, Elysee Palace in France, or the power corridors in Brussels. Every US ally is now mulling a deterrence that provides a pushback against Trump, but without completely turning him against them. And our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibbal, is in Davos, where Donald Trump is expected to deliver his remark. Let's listen from him what's been going on at the World Economic Forum in Davos.
Now, clearly, the world is heading towards a dangerous tipping point, but all eyes are on US President Donald Trump, who essentially has started it in many ways with his policies. We know that his commentary here, his address here in Davos will be carefully watched by many European countries. And of course, the focus is from them, from the European side, is to engage with the American side. But it looks like so far there is no hint of US President Donald Trump keen to make sure that the tensions are reduced. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Sibbal for WION in Davos, Switzerland.